Now, in addition to those, there are some other areas of impairment, not the least of which is managing money. As they move away from home, as they get jobs, as they get credit, as they borrow money, as they take out car loans, we start to see them having troubles paying their bills, paying them on time, so that they get their utilities turned off, their cars repossessed, their credit rating is terrible, because you've given a very impulsive person credit. But this is an area that very few people took a look at. But it makes perfect sense when you phrase it as a disorder of self-control given a credit card. And now we can understand what's going to happen with the credit problems. So obviously, they need more accountability in their financial management. Social problems are going to continue into adulthood for many, though not for all of them. They often, as adults, describe themselves as having trouble sustaining long-term relationships, particularly dating and marital relationships or partnering with people. And we will see that they do experience divorce at a higher rate than other people do because of these difficulties. An area now that has been studied more in detail is the area of sexuality. We do not find more sexual disorders. So pedophilia, transvestism, or other difficulties are not more common in this population. What we do find, as you would guess, knowing an impulsive person, is greater risky sexual activity. Starting to have intercourse a year earlier than other teenagers, having more partners because they don't stay in dating relationships as long, not using contraception because they're so impulsive, all of which leads to a tenfold increase in teenage pregnancy. We now know, in fact, there is no better predictor of adolescent pregnancies than ADHD. In my study, 32% of the boys had fathered a child by 19. 68% of the girls had been pregnant at least once before 19 years of age. So this is a disorder that predisposes to becoming a parent very young. And by the way, we saw the same thing in the parents of these kids as well. And that's because their parents have ADHD also. ADHD in adults leads to earlier parenthood than the general population would be experiencing. And then, of course, notice a fourfold increase in sexually transmitted disease.